Shalom, shalom, shalom. Saints of the Most High Yah. Elder Rufus here, Straightway, Georgia, with the one and only Pastor Dow. We got Brother Jonathan, and we got Elder Mitchell. So I'll give y'all a quick recap. We are on phase 2, day 3 of the Georgia Block Party. And we added Brother Jonathan to this one because he has been like the foreman, we should say, or the head honcho in charge of everything, telling everybody where to go, what to do, when to do it on this project. So we want to get his assessment as well on it. We're going to start with Pastor Dow first, though. We're going to just start with Pastor, go to Jonathan, and then go to Elder.
Well,
hallelujah.
You know, first thing, we mention it whenever we go and build buildings. You know, we're the block masons, the experts, the gurus, and all this other stuff. Well, a lot of people don't really believe it when we actually say that when we go places, we just simply say, you tell us what you want. Tell us what you want us to do. We're here to serve you. Is that true?
That's true.
Yes, sir.
Definitely true. No doubt about it.
Is that true?
That's very true. That's very true.
Not out on this
What did you think? What did you think when we first came down here rolling in?
The first day, like I was telling most of the brethren, you know, because I don't have a lot of experience with new construction. Most of my experience is on the renovation. So I was kind of assuming that, okay, well, Straightway, then, you know, especially Pastor been doing masonry for so long, that he would come in and at least kind of guide us a little bit. When I tell you that Pastor Dow came in with the most humility that I ever seen before, because even with some of the direction on the most minute things, he was literally looking for us, you know. And I was talking to the brothers about that last night at the table. I say the ability Pastor Dow has to flip a switch to go from being a man of authority, proclaiming, you know, the message and stuff, to being able to come here and humble himself all the way down to a low state and just serve is amazing to me. I mean, that's a huge, I don't even know the words to say, a difference, you know, from being an authority to being able to walk in that level of humility. Just amazing me. But even on this project here, what I had to learn real quick is that, you know, I gotta have a plan set in place, because when the brethren come from different communities, they really come here to serve. They're not going to try to take over and be in charge of them. They're really going to serve and be humble in whatever position they got to be in. And Pastor Dow, being the head of this ministry, set the example. There's no excuses. So if I see him do it, I don't see why nobody else can't do it. You know what I mean? As well as like the elders that come, and, you know, the pastors that came, the same spirit all across the board. And it's amazing that you can truly tell the difference between working with other folks in the world versus working with the brethren. You know, it's not about the skill set, it's about the spirit that's on the job, because everybody can work in unity, no matter what little hiccups we run into. If everybody's spirit is on just one accord, as it has been this whole job, things, you know, it works the way it's supposed to. You know, and the fellowship of the brethren, learning, you know, about one another is awesome, you know, on the job. And I was telling even the brothers that last night, I said, even though I've done construction for years, you know, I always look to the spirit of how things operate, walking this way. You know, I really can care less about the construction part. I'm really more excited about how the spirit moves when we work together. You know, you find out so much about yourself, your brethren, you know, and it's just an awesome dynamic, you know, to do construction on this level.
So what's your assessment of the actual order of the building? Because I told Elder Rufus when we was already putting this together and thinking about coming out, saying it's going to take 2 trips. It's going to definitely take us 2 trips, and we're going to do it in 2 phases in order to get it done, because it's a huge building. Plus it's split face blocks, which is really heavy, and it's a big difference on the body and stuff. But what is your assessment overall of the building?
Yeah, I believe you called it right, and I remember talking to Elder about this before we even started. I say, I know some brother was thinking, yeah, we'll probably knock it out in 4 days, and I said, no, I think Pastor got it right, because, you know, based upon even my little experience, I know that Straightway usually doing stuff on concrete foundations, you know, slab and stuff like that. I say, this is different. We got a lot of different dynamics, and I believe Pastor called it right. I believe he did, and as we seeing, let me see, what we on, the 4th day? This week? Third day?
Third day.
Yeah, so that's about, 7 days total?
Yeah.
So yeah, you called it right. You called it right. And I mean, it's going pretty good. The one thing I did just learn from talking to all, even, you know, y'all the different masons, you know, Elder Mitch, Brett and stuff, that this combination is kind of new when you got the actual crawl space and going up all the way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know it was a couple of challenges, a couple of things where even y'all was like, okay, what we gonna do with this situation? But we worked through it and we got it done, and it's coming together pretty nice. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Elder Mitchell?
I think first and foremost, appreciate it, Jonathan, leading the job. Thank you, Elder Ruth, for having us. It was awesome. And as always, appreciate your pastor. He's still out here leading charge, being an inspiration to others, showing, being the lead line that, hey, you can do it. And we can get it done. So it was awesome to be able to come here. Once again, this is probably our third time doing this. Kentucky was one. Goshen was like a few times. And we always go to, well, at least I go to the hub and others. And so being here, the fourth place to be able to do this and in such a short amount of time, it was just amazing to me. And I think a lot of people have grown and have also learned. I'll take, for instance, someone like Brother Steve Regis from Clarksville. He came, and I told the elder, I said, man, he's actually grown. He's learned so fast. And so as we continue to do this more and more, we're going to get better and better as a unit, because maybe we'll work one way in Kentucky. Pastor and Brett and them, they have their own system down, and now you're going to add in somebody that's already an experienced builder, add the masonry skills to it. So now we come together, and the more we do it, we're just going to be more of a well-oiled machine, and that's kind of what I'm seeing here. And you even know better what to do next time in preparation prior to us showing up. And I take ideas away. I pull every time I go somewhere, I'm just pulling more and more to add to my repertoire, if you will. So it was an awesome spirit. The fellowship is always awesome. And like I told Pastor Mir, I'm like, man, outside of the feast, this is the most we're seeing each other. So it's like, I love to do this stuff. I love to be able to see the brother. I love to be able to see the elders and the pastors and work together and do it in unity and the spirit once again. And that just flows right into the fellowship. So it's awesome. And I love to do it again. And if there's any other project, I'm down.
Well, we got Alabama after the Tabernacle.
And that's happening. I'll be there. I'll be in Bama. I'll be in Georgia.
And that building is what?
50 by 100.
50 by 100. It's getting bigger and bigger, isn't it?
And I'll say this too. Doing split face, I will say this. I was literally laying a block yesterday, and I said to myself, I thought about Elder Ruth, and I said, this is the labor of love, because this block is different. So, like, this block is different. So, and it's my first time laying them. The orientation, just the way they're not. I'm used to doing the ones up there in Tennessee. So for me to touch these was just different for me. But I mean, I'm really happy. To me, it came out really nice. And split face, I see why people do it. I mean, it looked really good, but I tell you, you go pick up one of them regular ones, you just toss it in the air.
After flipping all these around.
Exactly. So I hope you enjoy the home. Awesome. I love that I had a chance to be able to put hands to it. All praise.
Leaving back a legacy for the people. An example. Elder, last word.
I can tell you this is extremely humbling. I can't say it enough. I done fought back tears the whole week, last week, every week. It's just that labor of love is the main thing. I mean, we're going to be blessed. We'll be in it. We'll utilize it for the Most High Yah. I think about the generations down the line that's going to get it and do stuff with it. And the good thing that they won't have no debt on them and things of that magnitude. But I'm excited about the growth in Israel. I'm excited about the fact you finally put it out there. You said it, you passed out that you one more year of this and you done laying block because you need to be. And I like that your spirit has went to Elder Mitchell and to Brother Brett and to Brother McNabb, guys like that, Brother Joseph. You can tell these guys got your spirit. So we're going to be able to continue this even greater after you sit down from this part and pick up where y'all want you to pick up and go from there. It's just, what I'm getting at is keeping things in spiritual order. There's a time and a place. There's a time you had to put in that kind of work doing this type of thing. The example's been laid. Guys have gotten it. Now we can move on to greater and higher levels of holiness. And I'm excited more about that than anything. But humility is the word. It's extremely humbling. You walk around here and brothers are smiling and want to hug you every time they walk past you because they're just so excited. It's like it's theirs. You're like, and it is. They don't understand. It is. It's being built, designed, and orchestrated so that the saints will enjoy it. Not just me, you know what I mean? And I built it with the designer with the saints in mind. So it's just off the chain, man. It is. And I'm just grateful. I'm extremely grateful, and I love the fact that we get to do this for everybody in Israel that love y'all, because it won't stop here in Georgia. We're going to keep building in Kentucky, keep building in Tennessee, keep building in Indiana, keep building in Georgia, keep building all these places that are 100 all in for y'all. So I'm excited about that.
Hallelujah.
Bless y'all,
Good
saints.
song.
Lord,
Shalom,
bless
shalom.
y'all.